Hey everybody, Jack Scanlon here, and I'm excited to have you on the call today. Going to go over a lot of stuff on the call. Super stoked to have you here and show you exactly how I've been able to generate $40,000 net profit in 1 month with a simple 3-step e-commerce business. So we're going to get started here in just a few seconds, but I'm excited to have you guys here. This is going to be a 60-minute presentation jam-packed with content, and what you're going to learn on this call is going to give you the ability to take this and run with it in your own business and start setting up campaigns and profiting with e-commerce. So I'm really, really excited to have you here. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So first of all, is this webinar worth your time? Are you going to get anything out of this? Or is this just fluff? Is this just, another person pitching you all this different stuff and telling you this stuff that doesn't actually work? Well, let me just show you some results to go ahead and get started. So this is the revenue from one of my stores, actually. This is the same store. I switched e-commerce platforms in August. You can see with the screenshot on the right. But on the left-hand side, that's my Shopify dashboard, 2.38, almost $2.4 million since May of 2015 until the present, plus the $438,679 on the right-hand side. So we're looking at about $2.9 million from one store in the last 2.5 years. So yes, I would say this webinar is definitely worth your time. I'm going to show you how to produce these types of numbers, or, great numbers in your own business, right? This is what I've been able to accomplish. This is what I've been working on for the last 2.5 years, taking a deep dive into e-commerce in my own business. And if you attend this webinar, you're going to be able to learn the exact simple 3-step system that I used to generate almost $3 million in the last 2.5 years selling physical products using Facebook ads. I'm going to show you how to make your first $100 net profit, right? Not gross revenue, net profit in the next 3 days if you follow this system exactly the way I'm going to teach you today. You're going to be able to do all this without any fancy software or complicated processes that slow you down and create clutter in your business. I'm going to make this as simple as possible and show you how to create life-changing money for you and your family. So here's just some more results. This is actually very, very current right here. This is November 6th or 7th to December 6th or 7th. I can't exactly tell, but it's 30 days. Last 30 days, 1 month, $220,000 in revenue, and you can see the screenshot there from today. $3,451 so far. So things are pumping along really nicely in the last 30 days. So even if you're a complete newbie, this system can work for you. A student of mine named Brandon, these are his numbers. Basically, you can see he started October 25th there, and by December 13th, he had generated $32,700 for his business. So, that's a month and a half right there, and he's already hitting over $30,000 in revenue, which if you break that down, that's about $6,000 to $8,000 net profit in his business, right? The whole point of this is I'm going to unveil this whole gross revenue phenomenon and show you guys actual net profit numbers. No, Brandon did not make $32,700, just like I did not make $2.4 million cash money net profit, spendable money in my pocket, right? It's about 20 to 30% of that number, depending on your expenses and all those things, but $6,000 to $8,000 net profit in his first month and a half doing that. This is pretty amazing for somebody who's brand new to this type of system. Okay, how do I do this? I generate thousands of dollars every single day in my business. I know exactly what it takes to make this type of business successful. I'll remove the entire learning curve for you and make it simple. You can see here a screenshot from December 7th, 2017. So this is, days ago as I'm recording this. This is $3,791.23. So this is just days ago that these numbers are coming in right here. And actually, if you look at the yesterday's numbers in that screenshot, $11,200. We broke 10,000, did over $11,000 from December 7th there in that screenshot. It's easy for me to do. I've created a simple 3-step system that works day in and day out in my business. There's no guesswork. I simply follow this system and profit. Plus, I've spent over $1 million on ads testing this process entirely. So guys, I'm not just throwing fluff out there in theory. You can see in the screenshot right there, 1.441794. So almost $1.5 million lifetime in this ad account right here. So I've spent over $1 million testing these exact steps that I'm about to show you. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to driving traffic for your e-commerce business. And more importantly, guys, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about net profit numbers. Nobody else is showing you the real numbers. Everybody wants to talk about huge gross numbers. You see these $4 or $5 million screenshots being blasted around all over the internet. I want to talk to you guys about money you can actually spend, your net profit, right? Anybody can show you big screenshots. You can pump enough traffic and money into anything to produce a nice screenshot. But I'm going to show you guys something different. I'm going to show you how to do, net profit, how to keep the most money in your pocket. I've been through the fire. I've made huge, costly mistakes. I'm going to show you how to set up your business so that you're pocketing more of the money you make and focusing on your net rather than your gross revenue, right? I've learned all these mistakes the hard way. I've made a lot of big mistakes. My very first Christmas in this business, I had to refund about $20,000 because of a mistake that I made that I'm going to show you guys how to avoid. And it was just learning curve. I had to go through the learning curve. I had to do it, go through the fire and go through all these steps in order to get where I am in my business. And this is great because at this point, my business is set and forget. My business brings in a consistent 30% net margin every single day. I work less than 2 hours per day, guys. I could work 30 minutes if I wanted to, but I kind of like to stay involved. I like to keep my eye on things. I like to track the profit. I just like to know where the business is heading and keep myself engaged and fresh, right? So this process only takes me about 2 hours per day. This process is going to work for years to come. Selling physical products is not going anywhere out of style anytime soon. In fact, it's only going to get bigger. If you guys have seen, retail stores are closing down and all those things, creating a huge opportunity for us in the e-commerce space. And even more important, I'm running some of the same products I have for almost 3 years, guys. I'm running the same products. They sell over and over and over again. I'm not having to constantly reinvent the wheel. This is not a flash in the pan, gadgety, gimmicky business that I'm running. I'm running a real sustainable brand, a real sustainable business, and it's, working very, very well. No copyright infringement, no flash in the pan products that only sell for a week. My products sell consistently month over month. This isn't a hack, it's a system. Guys, and I'm going to show you how to stay 100% compliant. Won't get your account banned. You're not going to get banned using the methods that I'm showing you. We're not doing any copyright infringement. We're running a real business, and that's what I'm going to show you on today's training. So if you knew how to spot winning products immediately, test a few items each day starting at $5, generate $100 a day in net profit within 3 days, and then generate 30% net margin daily, let me ask you a question. Could you make money and grow your business? Give me a 1 in the chat box if you think doing that you could make money and grow your business, right? Okay, good. Seeing lots of ones coming in. That's exactly what you're going to see today. Nothing held back. I'm going to show you guys the entire process. Why this is different. This is not theory, okay? If you've struggled to build a loophole business, it's not your fault, right? Everybody's pitching these loopholes and hacks and gimmicks and all this stuff. This isn't theory. It's a simple process that allows you to grow fast regardless of loopholes or finding a niche or luck and without the brutal learning curve. This is a simple process that anyone can follow to find their first winning product. And after today's training, you'll be able to generate $1,000 to $5,000 net. Again, there's that keyword, net profit, in the next 30 days. Okay, most webinars are just theory. They don't really show you exactly what's going on. This is an actual process that I'm going to lay out for you. My goal for this web class, I'm going to show you how to find your first winning product today. I'm going to show you how to take that product to $100 a day in net profit fast, right? Even if you've never done anything on the internet before. I'm going to teach you how to scale the right way. You only need one profitable product to reach $1,000 net per day, right? That's kind of a, something that people don't know as well. They think you need thousands or hundreds of products that you're pumping traffic to in order to hit those types of numbers. You don't. You only need one product to hit $1,000 net per day, okay? I want to have you generating $1,000 to $5,000 net in your business within the next 30 days, guys. Okay, so again, if this sounds crazy to you, here's some more proof this is not crazy. Okay, if you look at these screenshots here, let's see, March, you can see the middle screenshot there, March of 2017, we did $21,234.09, 58% net margin, right? That's $21,234 net right there. You can see this number right here. Okay, so that's net profit. This is a profit sheet that I use to track my numbers. We have units, we have amount spent right here, and it calculates it automatically for me. So 21 grand in March, we have 15,405.90 on 18% in July. We have September 13,961.21 on 39%, and this November 41,895.69 on 40% net margin, right? So those are really, really good numbers. You know, that's what you're able to do with this system. I'm talking about net profit. Just from those screenshots right there, you've got 20, 35, 45, that's almost 50,000, that's almost 100, that's 90-some thousand dollars in net profit in just 4 months that I'm showing you here from my business. So guys, this is not crazy. This actually works. I'm going to show you how to do it. And if you stay till the end of the webinar, you're going to get 3 things. 20 winning products that are handpicked by me. I went and took the time to handpick these products that are working right now that you can take, put up in your store, and start making money. You're also going to get my ad copy templates that convert, the exact templates that I use day in and day out to convert products, to make sales in my business. And I'm going to send you a Facebook targeting video that shows you how to target properly on Facebook. It's about a 30-minute video. You're going to get the entire thing, all those things for free if you stay till the end of this call. And actually, yes, we are tracking if you're staying till the end of the call. I know that's kind of crazy, but we're tracking it. We're going to be able to see who stays till the end, and I will deliver those things to you once I see that you've stayed through the whole webinar. Not only that, I'm going to give you a new bonus as well. Since this is the first time running this webinar, a $97 sales training. It's going to be a case study of taking a product from testing, just a test product, to profitable in 4 days. Okay, I took a product, and this is a little screenshot of the sales page here down at the bottom, not seeing the whole thing here, but basically I took a test product and I get it to profitability in just 4 days, and I show you the exact process that I took, the targeting, the ads, the ad copy, the actual product, everything that I did to take this product from zero to profitability in just 4 days. You guys are going to get that as well if you stay till the end of this call. All right, so who am I? Why am I qualified? Why should I listen to you is probably what you're thinking right now. Okay, so I'm Jack Scanlon. I run multiple seven-figure e-commerce brands. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do what I do. I generate hundreds of thousands of dollars a month with e-commerce. I've been selling online for 5 years now. I went full-time in July of 2012. And so I've been doing this for a little over 5 years now. I've successfully built several companies from scratch. And I'm honest, guys, I'm going to lay it all out for you, nothing hidden. I'm not just showing you 50% of the puzzle. I can point to my successes, and I'm going to lay it all out for you and show you exactly how I do this. Nothing held back, not trying to hide anything. I just want to show you guys exactly how you can take this and run with it in your business. So here's some pictures of, lifestyle stuff that I'm able to do because I only work 2 hours a day. This is us in San Diego, picture of my daughter, picture of us in San Diego with my son. We went to the aquarium one day, pretty much 2 or 3 times a week. We're hanging out at the park together as a family. This is a picture of us in Chicago by the Chicago Bean. Actually, if you guys have been to Chicago, we get to travel all over the place. We get to do the things that we like to do. Most importantly, spend time with family, right? My freedom is the most important thing to me and the main reason I love this business. I get to pick my son up from school every single day. I get to take trips all over the country with my family. Just a little PS here. I'll show you guys some amazing credit card points hacks that will allow you to take all these trips for free. Show you guys that stuff if that's something that interests you. But I get to have freedom and spend time how I want to, and that's what's most important to me. And I owe all of this to committing to e-commerce, right? Guys, listen, it wasn't always like this. Who can relate with me here? It wasn't always like this for me. I used to be in insurance, and I was broke. I used to hate my job big time. Anybody else relate? Give me a 1 in the chat box if you can relate to that. I used to grit my teeth for 8 hours until I could go home and work on my internet business. Seriously, that's not even an exaggeration. I used to hate my job. I always knew that I was destined for something different, and I would just sit there for 8 hours and just be miserable, right? I started dabbling online in 2007, did a whole bunch of different stuff, basically tried everything you can think of. I would work at insurance company by day and then work on my business at night. Basically, I was just going 24/7, trying to get something to hit, trying to get something to work so I could go full time. And I finally did in 2012, running a local marketing company. So helping local businesses with their advertising and all those sorts of things. But man, I got burnt out dealing with clients doing that. That's an exhausting way to go. And so, you know, I wanted to try different stuff. So I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning, guys. I maxed out credit cards testing CPA offers. I got into multi-level marketing. I built hundreds of niche AdSense sites. I made hundreds of dollars. So, you know, man, I took weeks and weeks and weeks building up these AdSense sites basically to make zero money, right? You name it, I tried it. I did anything you could think of, and all the stuff that people were pitching and talking about that was working on the internet. I tried it. And it was a mess in the beginning of e-commerce for me as well. You know, I'm showing you kind of, this is a jump back in history here. This is a silver bird lover's necklace, one of the very first products that I ever sold in e-commerce, and this was built on an ugly ClickFunnels page. This page right here, super ugly, had no idea what I was doing. Man, this is like a blast from the past right here, right? But things started to click. I started e-commerce in May of 2015. My first sales page was a ClickFunnels page with an ugly bird necklace, the one I just showed you, right? But here's the deal. It converted, which was amazing, right? It looked super ugly, but it converted. I knew I was onto something at that point. I knew that I was going to be able to make this work, right? It all started with one sale. I made my first sales with those ugly pages that I just showed you. And this proved to me that this was possible. So I followed the same process for 2 more items, and they sold as well, right? And then the game changer was this. When I started getting sales from multiple items, I got one sale from that first item, I threw up a couple more test products, and boom, I started getting sales from multiple products, and it was game over. These are the 3 products that I first started with right here. Ugly bird necklace, this grandma necklace here, this other grandma necklace here. You can see these are ugly ClickFunnels pages. Can't even believe these converted, but this was back in 2015 when e-commerce was the wild, wild west, and you could basically throw up anything you wanted and basically get it to convert. So couldn't believe these things converted, but I started getting sales from multiple items, right? And that was the game changer for me. I got money deposited into my PayPal account immediately. I would dump it back into the business, and I had money to scale quickly. And it was the easiest $500 I had ever made in internet marketing. It was awesome. I was super pumped and excited. You know, I'd been grinding and doing local marketing and all that stuff like I told you, and this was a game changer for me. So what did I do? I doubled down on it. It all started to click. I realized I could start running in multiple niches, multiple markets at the same time. I just had to find one winner in a few different markets. So that's exactly what I started to do. I had a little simple process. I would test a few items each day, scale out more ads once an item started to sell, and I was generating hundreds of dollars a day in revenue within my first 2 weeks doing this, just with those ugly ClickFunnels pages. I didn't even know about Shopify or any of that stuff at this point, right? So I committed. And once I committed to this, everything in my business changed. I found a winner in 5 different markets. I scaled out 5 to 10 ads on each winner. I hit my first $20,000 month in 60 days from start, you know, from May 28th. 60 days later, I hit $20,000 in a month. This is gross revenue I'm talking about here. I hit my first $100,000 gross in 4 months. I started tracking my ROI. You know, I was going rogue with this. I wasn't really tracking anything. I wasn't doing anything proper. I was just throwing up Facebook ads. Money was coming in. I was sending money back out. And once I started tracking my ROI, what am I actually making every single day? ROI, return on investment. Things really started to explode for me. I started to see exactly what's happening in my business and where I'm making money and where I'm losing money, and I was able to clean things up. I learned how to maintain a high ROI, which is the most important part of this business. So I doubled down, right? I found more winners. I scaled even harder. I realized just how much you can spend on one product a day with Facebook ads, right? Most people think you can spend maybe $100, $200 on one product. You can spend $5,000 on one product a day when you find a winning product with Facebook ads. You can really blow this out, and that's exactly what I did. So taking it to the next level, I hit my first 1K in ad spend, and I started to increase it. I was spending over $5,000 a day. Last Christmas, I'm also doing the same thing this year. So, you know, things really started growing. 30% net margins, test a few items each day, about 1 out of 3 convert, right? So you're talking about, you know, 10 to 30% of the items convert. Once you find a winner, you just scale it up. Things really started to explode. So the snowball started rolling at this point. I had one store, it was pumping along. So I started another store. I took that store to $100,000 in its very first month. Okay. Scaled out my other product lines, scaled into more niches. I started this again in 2015. My revenue hit $500,000 in the first 6 months. I was just blown away by this. And then the next year, I took my revenue to $1.2 million my first full year. And again, I've done over $3 million with all my stores combined in the last 2.5 years. So things really started to snowball and explode, and my business just grew rapidly over the last 2.5 years. And again, it allows me to do all this, right? So my wife and I had a Cubs game over here, me wakeboarding, us spending time on the beach, going to the mountains in Colorado, taking my son to Great Wolf Lodge and playing on the water slides, some more hiking pictures, all this different stuff. You know, this is the lifestyle that we like to live, spend time together as a family. And that's what this business allows me to do, is spend the time that way that I want to, doing the things that I love and doing the things that I like to with my business. And God has really blessed us and blessed our business and allowed me to, you know, be successful with e-commerce and do all these things with my business, you know, and I'm really grateful for that. And this is the way that we get to spend our time together as a family. Again, guys, I used to be in insurance before this. Before this snowball started happening and my business started exploding rapidly, I used to sit there, hate my job, grit my teeth, work these long hours at night on my business, trying to grind it out and trying to get successful in internet marketing until it finally did for me, you know, and I've been able to build it up, build the lifestyle that I dreamed of. You know, some more lifestyle shots here. Again, beach to San Diego, hanging out with my son, feeding the ducks, hanging out with my daughter, just being able to spend time with my family the way that I love. And that's why I love this business. So I want you to think for a second about your ideal lifestyle, right? You don't have to work 80 hours per week in this business. I only work 2 hours a day. So if you're used to working 60, 80 hours a week, you don't have to do that with this business. Okay, maybe you don't want a bunch of nice things. Maybe you don't want to spend your money on boats and cars and planes and all these crazy things out there, right? I definitely don't want to do that. I want to take my money and travel and spend time with my family and, you know, invest in our future and all those sorts of things. Everyone's ideal lifestyle is different. So I want you to think about what your ideal lifestyle is. And I want you to know that this business can allow you to build pretty much whatever you want, all from a simple 3-step system, okay? This is the system. Find products that are unique, find a market that buys them, and then scale them up, right? No manual bidding BS or confusing systems. This is not complicated. What I'm going to show you is very easy. You're going to see this entire process in this webinar, okay? We're going to find products that are unique. We're going to find a market that buys them, and we are going to scale them up. Okay, that's the whole system. I've been able to build the lifestyle that I want because of this. I can spend time with my family, take trips, and have the freedom that I want. So I want you to imagine how different your life would be if you had a simple 3-step system that could generate revenue for your business day in and day out. If you had the automations and team in place to make the system almost run itself. Remember, I only work 2 hours a day or less. If you had products that sell for years, not just weeks. If you had a mathematical, simple process, if you had the money you need to provide for your family and the freedom to live the life that you enjoy. Would that change things for you guys? Put a 1 or an X in the chat box if that would change things dramatically in your life. More importantly, I want to show you how to create a simple business that allows you the freedom that you want. I only work 2 hours a day. I could work more and make 10 times as much, right? I could grind it out 80 hours a week and do crazy numbers, but I don't want to do that. I want to spend time with my family. I want to help raise my kids. I want to be present during the day for activities, hang out with my friends, play golf, all the things that I want to do because I have a system working in the background, creating revenue and net profit for me every single day. I sell the same products for years. Once I set this up, I keep making money for a long time, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you. This is why you need to commit to e-commerce. This is going to be around forever. It's not going anywhere. Online sales are growing every single year, right? I think we broke another record this year as well. Retail giants are closing their doors every day and creating more room for you. It's the fastest way to get started with online marketing. There's no net 30 payments, complicated processes, any of the stuff that you're used to dealing with, right? This is a very, very simple, straightforward business. I'm going to show you, even if you stink at this, how to be successful. And I'm also going to show you how to start for just a few dollars a day, right? Again, some more results. These are my numbers again. We did almost $3 million with this one store over the last 2.5 years, right? So if you're ready to learn this, I want you to hit X in the chat box for me right now. If you're excited and you're ready to learn this simple 3-step process that's been responsible for over $3 million in the last 2.5 years. Lots of X's coming in. Awesome, awesome. Tons of X's coming in. Awesome. Glad you guys are excited. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into the nitty gritty. Let's get into the meat of this training here. There's only 3 keys to this entire process. We're going to find products, find our first winner. We're going to find a buying audience. We're going to target that audience on Facebook the easy way. I'm going to show you how to do it. And then we're going to scale up to $1,000 a day or more net. All right. So you guys excited? Oh, and I forgot to mention, you can do this in the next 30 days, right? This isn't something that you have to build for the next 6 months. We can get into profit. You guys can get into profit in the next 30 days and be cranking this business and making great money. I'm going to break down each key step by step. Okay. We're going to go through it live. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it. All right. Key number 1, finding products. So we're going to do this live here. All right, guys. So now we're on AliExpress. This is where I do the bulk of my orders for my dropship business. We don't touch any of the inventory. We ship everything. We drop ship everything from our suppliers over in China. So we come to AliExpress. We find good suppliers, whatever market that you're in. There's lots of different markets on here. So whatever niche that you decide to go after, there's products here on AliExpress. There's literally millions and millions of different things that you can go after. I'm going to show you guys, for the sake of this training, I'm going to show you how to find an item for one of my actual stores. So this is my store here, Gadget Blue. This is the store that I told you earlier we took to $100,000 in its first 30 days. So we're going to find a product, some sort of Bluetooth or gadget or electronic that we can put in this store. So if we come over to AliExpress, like I said, we can browse around and look at the different consumer electronics categories or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and, since I know this market a little bit, we're going to type in Bluetooth headphones, and we're going to pull that up and see what we come up with here. All right, so the first one here is a running pair of headphones. These sold 296. You can see these next ones. These look like lightweight running headphones as well. These sold 3,780. Here's like a little wireless hands-free for your car. Same with this one down here. These are some really nice, like upgraded, high-quality ones. They're selling these for $40.60. So those are nice, high-quality headphones. These have sold 22,000. So those are nice right there. And these also ship from the United States. So if you didn't know, you can ship some items directly from the United States on AliExpress as well. So if you're, want to do US shipping rather than, drop ship from China, you have that option as well on AliExpress. So let's just scroll down a little bit, kind of see what we come up with. What I'm doing here when I'm looking for products on AliExpress is I'm really just kind of using my brain. I have a couple different ways to look for products. We're going to go over 2 ways here. The first one is I just kind of use my brain. If I'm looking for a certain product or a specific type of product, I go and I type that in the browser at the top of AliExpress, and then I just start looking and saying, does this pop on Facebook? Is there an angle that I can take on this product? Is it unique? Is it something interesting? Sort of that checkout aisle mentality, right? When you go to the checkout aisle at the grocery store, you see all those different products that they have laying there, and it's all these things that are just quick grab items that are sort of an impulse purchase that they, that everybody needs, everybody likes, everybody wants. That's kind of the mindset that you want to have on AliExpress. What's something that's going to capture someone's attention in the checkout aisle? Maybe like these cool, wacky headphones here. This image might do really well on Facebook. This would be something I'd probably test. Let's keep going a little bit. Same with these, some wacky headphones. You can take a different angle on it. If you were doing, something like these headphones here for runners. If you had a site for runners or fitness people or people who worked out, this is the type of thing that you could run. And maybe you'd want to run these red ones here so they'd pop a little bit on Facebook. Right? So I'm just kind of using my brain. What do I think would work? What angles can I go after? What markets can I go after? Right? Same with those. Those would pop. These are bright yellow, so those would pop on Facebook. You can see they've sold 475. We've got a good supplier here with 5 stars and 3 blue diamonds, so that's a good supplier. Again, some high quality headphones here. Right, so we're just kind of using our brain. I'd probably go after something like maybe these red ones here to start with. If we were going to go after somebody, I'd grab these and target runners on Facebook, right? So we could sell these all day long. The picture's really, really good. It's bright. That'd be something that I would test right there. So let me scroll through, see if there's anything else that captures my attention. Most likely I'd go, here's another pair of these running ones. I'd go after these ones for runners here. Just kind of anything that captures your attention as you're scrolling through here, you can throw up a $5 test ad for, see how it does in the market, really just kind of use your brain, kind of go after things that are unique, have that good angle on them and a good image, right? So that's how you do it on AliExpress. Very, very easy to do. I don't overcomplicate this process with any spy tools or anything like that when I'm just browsing on AliExpress or, any sort of research, deep dive research, anything like that. I just look through the list, find things that pop out at me, and I run a test out on Facebook for $5 and see what happens. But I do use a spy tool sometimes, and there's a tool here called Big Ads that works very, very well. Now, I've already gone and typed in Bluetooth here. Again, we're finding something for our Gadget Blue store. And if we scroll through the list here, the first one that we see is this little beanie, this wireless Bluetooth headphone smart cap. So essentially there's Bluetooth enabled and it has speakers inside. So when you're wearing it, you can listen to music while you're skiing or snowboarding or any of those things. That's the angle that pops out to me right away. Skiers, snowboarders, people who like sledding or being outdoors or winter hiking, things like that. So that's a really cool product. You can see it has 74,000 likes on it right here. Let's keep looking. We've got these cool glasses. We've got a phone case, something like that. Here's another beanie that somebody's selling. So we've got 2 people running the same beanie. This one has 28,000 likes, 4,600 comments, 10,000 shares. So there's obviously a market for this. So I would go after this product actually. I would go ahead and go to AliExpress, find this beanie once I saw that it was selling on Big Ads, and I would run ads for this, and it looks like it's crushing it right now. So this is the product we're going to go after for the sake of this training. Let's take this beanie. Let's go find it on AliExpress. And let's go through the whole process of, getting it put up on the store and the next steps and everything like that. But let's say we're going to find this product, right? We find it on Big Ads. Let's jump back over to AliExpress and let's find it here real quick. If we just type in, I think I may have saw it earlier, but let me look real quick. Let's see. Bluetooth. Let's see. Well, we'll just go to the top and we'll type in Bluetooth beanie. Bluetooth beanie. All right. Bluetooth beanie. Okay, here we go. So here's a whole bunch of them. A lot of suppliers have this. It looks like here's one. Here's one of actually somebody wearing it. If you can, you want to find the same image that they're using over here on Big Ads, because obviously this is pulling a lot of traffic. So if we want to see if we can find that same image as we're scrolling through here. And sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. There it is right there. Okay, so this guy's has it right here. I would go ahead and open this up in a new tab and grab all these images, download all these images on my computer. Right, as long as they don't have anything proprietary in them like somebody's logo or anything like that, I'd grab these images, put them into my product listing over on my store here. And for the sake of this training, I'm not going to go through that whole process. If you guys have ever run a Shopify store or an e-commerce store, this is a very simple process. You upload the images, you upload the description, you set your price, all that stuff, and this is what the listing is going to look like. Very similar to this. And this, by the way, was one of my best-selling products on this store. So there's a little freebie for you, but we throw it into the store, make a listing that looks just like this for this beanie, okay? And we'd want to make sure that we had a 60% margin before ad spend, okay? So we want to make sure and price this properly. So $29.99 or $39.99, we could probably do really well with this. And we always want to use ePacket because that arrives to the US a lot quicker. So this is $1.05 for ePacket, and they're selling this for $5.42. So let's pull up our calculator here. And we'll say $5.42 plus $1.05 for ePacket, $6.47, okay? So let's say that we were selling this for $19.99 plus $4.95 shipping, okay? And what did I say? $24.94, let's do that calculation again. $5.42 plus $105, $6.47 minus $24.94. Okay, so that leaves us an $18.47 margin. So if we take that number, $18.47, and divide it by the total, $24.94, that leaves us with a 74% margin. So that's beautiful. We can work with that margin all day long. Like I said, it needs to be around 60% in order for you to stay wildly profitable with this. Keep your margins around 30, 40, 50%, around that range. So I would run this product, put it in my store, like I said, and start cranking it. Price it at $19.99 plus $4.95 shipping, and have a great margin and be able to really, really do well with this product, right? So again, made it really simple. We went over to AliExpress, found an item that popped. If you find something on there that pops right away when you're just browsing, great. If not, use a tool like Big Ads. It shows you what's working right now, and you can find something that's really hot, throw it up in your store, and start making some revenue very, very quickly using this process, all right? So here's the product that we're going to use for the rest of this example. We're going to use this beanie, and we're going to go through the rest of the process. I'm going to show you guys how to set up your first Facebook ads and how to scale this product out in the next step. So that's AliExpress, and that's as easy as this process is. You guys could easily do this. Give me a 1 right now in the chat box if you think you can do this, right? Use your brain a little bit, think it through, or use a tool like Big Ads. Find products that are already crushing it right now. Could you do this in your business and find winners daily to run and test and scale up? Awesome, awesome. Lots of ones coming in. Pretty simple process. All right. So key number 2, finding a buying audience. Okay, we have our product, right? We have our product. Let's jump over to Facebook for this ad account for Gadget Blue, and we'll go ahead and set up a campaign live for the beanie that we just found on AliExpress. So we're going to click Create Campaign, and we're just going to do this kind of down and dirty here. And actually, we'll do this over in the Power Editor. This is the Ads Manager version. I'm going to jump over to the Power Editor. I put that in a new window, and we're going to click Create Campaign. And just go ahead and follow along here as I do this. This is how I always do this. We're going to just do this down and dirty and show you exactly how I set up test products for items for my stores. Okay, so I titled it Beanie. We're going to choose for campaign objective. We're going to choose conversions. I always choose conversions, and I always optimize for purchases. Okay, I do that every single time. I don't stray from that. We're going to click Save to Draft. So that's how you want to set yours up. Now we'll go through the steps here as this creates, all right? So we're going to click on the Ad Sets tab, and our ad set's already created for us. We're just going to click on it, click Edit, and we're going to set up a campaign, find our targeting, find our interest, all that good stuff here. So first thing we want to do is select our conversion event. We're going to click Purchase. Again, we are optimizing the ad for purchase, so we want to choose Purchase as our conversion event. Let's scroll down. I don't do anything with this stuff here. We're going to set our budget to $5. Okay, I test all my test products at $5 a day. That way I'm not blowing through cash as we're testing, trying to find winners. Down here, I'm not going to do anything with custom audiences. This is a little more advanced. I always target the United States, sometimes international, but mostly the United States for all the traffic that I run. We're going to run ages 25 to 65. That's because people under 25 typically don't have a lot of disposable income, so I usually target 25 to 65, and I leave it wide open, and we're going to choose all for gender for this product. Now, if it's obviously a specific product targeting men or women, you want to make sure and switch that depending on what product you're going after. All right. Now we're going to come here to the detailed targeting tab. Now this is where we find all of our interests. This is where we start thinking about who would buy this product, use our brain, who's actually going to go, who's going to be interested in this, who are the people who are the low-hanging fruit that we can go after for this product, right? So again, we're targeting this beanie here. The first thing that comes to mind for me is skiers, snowboarders, things like that. So that to me is the low-hanging fruit on this product. That's who we're going to go after. So skiers and snowboarders. So if we go over, you could target other things as well, people who like the outdoors, camping, things like that, commuters, people who have to walk to work or whatever the case may be. But to me, skiers and snowboarders are the low-hanging fruit. So if we jump over here, let's set up one for skiers and snowboarders. Now what I would do is I'd set up one ad for skiers and I would set up a second ad for snowboarders. So let's start this first one here and we'll target skiers. So I'm just going to start with a really broad term. We're going to target skiing. Okay, so we're going to click skiing and see what happens. Okay, that's 12 million people. That's way too big and it's way too generic. So we're going to use that term and we're going to click on this suggestions tool to see what Facebook shows us here. We're looking for things that are much more specific. We want to look for brand names. We want to look for magazines. We want to look for .coms, things that people who are passionate in the market would know if they're very passionate about skiing, right? They'd know skiing magazines. They'd know different skiing brands. They'd know different skiing, websites and things like that. So that's what we're looking for here. So let's scroll down a little bit. I see right here skiing magazine. So let's choose that one. That's a nice precise interest. Here's ski magazine that pops up at the top after I do that. Here's free skier magazine. Okay. Let's see. Snowboarder magazine. We're going to do snowboarder magazine in a different ad. I'm going to break that out separate. Let's see. Snowboard magazine. Let's see. Newschoolers.com. Warren Miller Entertainment, and it's like, cool videos of people skiing. Teton Gravity Research, this is a brand name right here. So those are a couple good interests. Let me remove our super broad targeting here of skiing and see where we're at. Okay, 250,000. Let's go a little bit bigger. We want to be around the 300,000 to 500,000 mark when we're testing ads. So we're almost there. Now we have Vail Ski Resort. We'll choose that one. Again, it's like it's a niche specific thing. People who are avid skiers are going to know Vail Ski Resort, and that's who we want to go after. So we chose Vail Ski Resort. Let's also choose Breckenridge Ski Resort, and we're at about 480,000 people. So this is a perfect test audience right here. We'll go ahead and just use that. But as you guys saw, I started with a broad term. I let the suggestions tool tell me what else was similar to that broad term, and I went and found things that were niche specific passion interests of this market. I removed any of the broad terms, so now I'm left with just passion terms, niche specific terms to go after here, and it's about 480,000 people. So this is a perfect audience. We're going to skip all this for now. I don't really use any of this stuff here. Especially for testing. We're not going to narrow the audience or anything like that. We're going to come down here to placements. I'm going to click edit placements. We're going to do all devices, but I'm going to remove instant articles. I'm going to remove right column. I'm going to remove audience network, and we're going to remove messenger. So we're just going to have mobile and desktop news feed and the Instagram feeds for this one. I'm going to scroll down. I don't do anything with device targeting. We don't do specific device targeting, anything like that. Come down here to optimization and delivery. We're going to leave this ticked as conversions. And then down here it asks us optimize for both link clicks and conversions if optimizing for just conversions doesn't get enough results. I'm not going to click that. I just want it to optimize for conversions the entire time. So we're going to leave that as is. And then for conversion window, this is something that confuses a lot of people. But essentially it just means how long does it take one of your users to take action on your website? Is it within 1 day, within 7 days, within 1 day of clicking or 1 day of viewing, 7 days of clicking, 7 days of viewing? I always choose 7-day click, right? I don't really care about people viewing my ad. I'm more interested in optimizing off people clicking on my ad, and I usually choose 7-day click. Actually, almost always choose 7-day click. Sometimes I split test 1-day click, but what has worked best for me is 7-day click. All right, bid amount, we're going to choose automatic. Again, we're not going to do manual bidding or any of that difficult, complicated stuff that you have to manage constantly. We're just going to choose automatic. And we have this ad fully set up and ready to run, targeting a skier market of precise interests, and it's ready to roll. So the last thing is we jump up here to the top. I'm going to type in skiing so that I know what we're targeting, and I'm going to put the number 5. So this is the beanie targeting the skiing market at a $5 budget. Okay, so that's as easy as it is to find targeting. Now let's go ahead and quickly set one up for snowboarding. So I'm just going to grab this one. We're going to duplicate it really quick, and we're going to set up an ad for snowboarding. So when I'm testing a product, I usually put up 3 ads targeting 3 separate audiences. So we'd do skiing, snowboarding, and then, maybe hikers if we were going to do this product here, right? So everything's going to stay the same except for the targeting down here. Now, I'm going to delete all this targeting. And one interest I saw before from what we were just doing was Snowboarder Magazine. Okay, so we're going to choose that interest and see where it gets us. That's 1.4 million people, so this is perfect. Anywhere from 300,000 to a million, million and a half, you're good to test in that audience. So I would test just this one interest right here, Snowboarder Magazine. We know it's a precise interest that passionate people in the market are going to know. So we're going to target these 1.4 million people. And again, everything else is the same already because we duplicated the ad. Okay. Now we are all set with 2 ads. Let me change the name on this one. Snowboarder 5. Okay, we have 2 ads now targeting 2 different markets for our test product, the beanie. Okay, and if we jump over to the ads section and edit one of these ads, I'll just quickly show you how to set up an ad. I'm not going to go too much into it right now for sake of time, but we're going to come down here, choose our page, and then we post the product on our Facebook fan page, right? So we would have done that in another step. We take the product, we post it on our page, and we're going to choose this option here, use existing post. And we're going to select the post. So this is the post on the page. And let's just say this is the post we created for the beanie. Again, for sake of time, we didn't actually do it, but let's say that we did, and that's the post right there. You're going to select it, and it's going to pull up the ad for you right here, okay? It's going to look just like this. You set your ad copy. Everything's good to go. We got a big 1200 by 1200 image ad. Those work very, very well. And we would go ahead and do the same thing for this second product. Choose our ad. We're all set to go. And we would click Review Draft Items and launch this product as a test campaign onto the Facebook auction, right? So that's all you have to do to find test products and then set up the targeting for those test products on Facebook. Very, very simple process. I just laid it all out for you guys. Again, we start with a broad term. We let the tool show us what different suggestions that it has, narrow down to some specific terms, and then find that targeting, or use that targeting to drill down and run these test products and find some winners, right? So that's all there is to it. Very, very simple process. Give me a 1 right now if you think you can do this. If you can go and start with a broad idea, a broad term like skiing, and then drill down to some passionate interests inside of that market to run some tests, some $5 test ads into the market to see if you can get a winning product. Give me some 1s. Lots of 1s coming in. It's a pretty simple process, all right? Okay, third part, scaling. All right, so let's jump back over. All right, let's go back over to Facebook and let's jump back into one of our old campaigns over here. So we haven't run any traffic to this beanie yet, so we don't have any sales, but when we're scaling, we take the items or the ad sets that have sales, and I'll show you exactly what we're going to do. So let's say that this USB adapter here, and I'm going to discard these changes so that those 2 ad sets will go away, make this easier. So let's say that this is the beanie here, and we ran some test items, and this one ad set right here made a sale for us, right? And $23.53. So let's say that this was a profitable ad set that made a sale within the first 10 bucks or something, and we want to get some more traffic pumping to this product, right? So this is something that I see a lot of people not doing the right way. So I'm going to show you how to do this really quickly, the right way that has allowed me to maintain, again, 30, 40, 50% margins. And allow me to scale up a lot faster. So I'm going to pull up a Paint document really quickly. All right. Okay. So here's what most people do. Let's say this is our audience right here that we got a sale in, right? This is that ad we were just looking at. We got a sale in here. Most people duplicate the ad. So we would come over here to Facebook. We would click on the ad. We'd click duplicate. And every time that I duplicate, I create 3 new ads off of that profitable ad. So we're going to spend more money on this product here, right? So I'm going to duplicate 3 new ads. Okay. Now what most people do is they take this first ad set and they come down here and we say, okay, cool. We got this targeting, wireless and Beats headphones, Beats Electronics, JBL, and they're going to mix and match and change up the targeting. So we're going to put in another term here. Oops. I'm going to put in headphones. Okay. And now we've got 1.7 million people as opposed to 1.4 million people, I think it said before. So we increased the audience size. We made a brand new audience here. It's slightly different than the other one. So, you know, Facebook kind of considers it a brand new audience. And then they take this one and they do the same thing. Maybe they add some variables down here with Sennheiser or something like that, right? So they make another different audience, increases it about 100,000 people, right? And then they do something different for this audience here. So we'd have 3 brand new ad sets targeting slightly different things, so they'd be in their own brand new audiences, right? And that's what I see most people do. Now, if we break that down, right, let's create 3 new audiences here. Okay. Okay, so here's the original audience that made that sale. And then again, most people create a second audience that's a completely separate audience. Then they create another audience that's a completely separate audience by adding targeting. And then they create a third audience with some even more targeting to create 3 different unique audiences off of this very first one that we made our sale with, right? Okay, well what you're doing is then you're basically letting the pixel go and you're saying, well, we don't know if this is a proven audience yet. We don't know if this is a proven audience, and same with this last one, right? We don't know if these are proven audiences yet because we haven't made any sales in them because we changed up the targeting. But we do know that this is a proven audience right here, the one that made a sale. So instead of duplicating 3 random unique audiences, we're going to just spend more money inside of this audience right here that was already profitable, all right? So how do we do that? Let's jump back over, and instead of, let's go back to this first ad here. We added the term headphones. I'm going to remove that. Okay, we're going to leave this ad exactly the same as it was, 1.4 million people. It's a budget of $5, okay? That was our test ad. What I do is, we're just going to change the budget, okay? So that's going to be $10, and I do budgets between $10 and $15 when I'm scaling. So this one's going to be $10. This next one, again, we're going to remove Sennheiser because we added that to it. This is the exact same audience that I duplicated. And instead of changing anything, I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to make this budget $12. Okay, so we got a $10, a $12, and we're going to come up here and we're going to make this budget $15. Okay, that's all I do. Okay, now we have 3 ads targeting the exact same audience. So we're going to put more money. We're going to put like $30 or $35, $40 more into this audience we already know is a winner, right? Makes a whole lot more sense instead of these random audiences over here. And this is how I've been able to maintain super high ROI and scale aggressively with my ads, because I'm not randomly creating these audiences. I'm duplicating and spending more budget into the already profitable ad set that I have, right? So I don't do anything else. I just change the budgets again between $10 and $15. So now we have 3 brand new ad sets targeting the exact same targeting. They're just going to find more buyers inside of this audience pool here, and there's just going to be 3 different budgets that are going into that audience. And that's all I do to scale stuff up, right? So you guys don't have to overcomplicate this process. That's what has allowed me to maintain high ROI with my ads, is duplicating into these already existing profitable audiences rather than generating brand new random audiences. And it works a whole lot better. And then we would just go ahead and review draft items and launch those products, right? So very, very simple process to scale up your ads on Facebook as well. We don't need to overcomplicate it. Give me one. Lots of ones coming in. It's a very easy process. People overcomplicate this step, and this has been probably the single most important thing that has made me, as profitable as I have been with my e-commerce business. All right. So does this actually work, guys? That's the 3-step process. I just laid it all out for you. Does this actually work? Okay, so let's just take an example. If you test 5 products per day for 7 days, that's 35 products that you tested, and 10% of them hit. That's roughly 3 to 4 winning products within 1 week that you found by testing 5 products a day, okay? Let's say that each product, can easily generate $100 a day, which is very, very simple. That's 3 to 4 sales of a product, okay? That's not hard to do at all. So in 1 week, you're generating $300 to $400 a day in revenue, right? We said we have 3 to 4 winners, and each one's generating $100 a day. So $300 to $400 a day in revenue. This is about $100 to $125 a day net profit, right? That's the number. We're coming back to the net profit number. Here we are again. Net profit. So that's over $3,000 a month just from 1 week of testing products, right? We took 5 products a day for 7 days. We tested them. Now we're making $3K a month net profit, right? What if you tested 10 products a day? Where would you be at, right? Here's an example from my business, okay? This was this March. I only had about 25 ads a day running. This was almost all one product here from this store. Almost all one product. We had about 25 ads a day running. So nothing. Very easy to manage, very easy to maintain. Not thousands and thousands of ads to hit the numbers. And we did 58% and made $21,234.09 net profit in 1 month from just 25 ads, right? Does that open your eyes a little bit and show you how simple this can be and how you don't have to be putting up hundreds and thousands of ads a day to make these kinds of numbers? You can do it with 25 ads like I did here in March. It's very, very simple, okay? Congratulations. If you follow the system, you're now financially free. So if you knew that 10% of products are winners, let me ask you a question. Should be fairly obvious at this point. How do you scale? If you knew that 10% of your products are going to be winners, then how do we scale this business? Seeing some answers come in. Let's see. Exactly, guys. Just test more products. Test as many products as you're able to financially, right? Okay. Just some more numbers. $153,000 in this month, $88,000 in this month, $202,000 in this month. This is that March screenshot that I just showed you. Okay. You don't have to be hitting bajillions of dollars to get awesome revenue or awesome net profit. We only did $88,000, almost $89,000 in gross revenue, but we made almost $22,000 in net profit this month, right? You don't need to be cranking $400 or $500 millions of dollars in your screenshots to hit the type of numbers that I'm talking about here. Okay, this is a rigged stock market. Everything I just showed you, if you follow what I just showed you, you're virtually guaranteed a return if you follow this system. It's very, very simple to do, right? This is a literal mind map for you guys, literal map to $5,000 a month in net profit. We find products, we find a buying audience, and we scale, and we just continue to replicate that system over and over again. You're probably asking, is this really 30 days simple? Can I do this in 30 days? If you guys replicated the same process above, do you think you could generate $1,000 to $5,000 a month? Okay, do you think you could do it? That was a pretty simple process that I just showed you. And again, if you knew that at least 1 out of 10 products was a winner that you could scale, could you easily test 10 winners in 1 week? Yeah, I think the answer is fairly obvious. Not hard to do. It's not an if at this point, it's just a fact. Okay, let's break it down here. If you tested 1 product a day, that's 7 products in a week. It would take you 1 week to find a winner and scale, right? Based upon the numbers we already went over. If you did 2 products a day, it'd take you 3 to 4 days to find a winner and scale. If you tested 3 products a day, it would take you 1 to 2 days to find a winner and scale to $1,000 a day net profit, right? And etc. More you test, the faster you're going to get into profit. You need 3 winners roughly to hit $100,000 in a month. You can do it with less than that, but 3 winners could easily get you to $100,000 gross revenue. That's about $20,000 to $30,000 net profit on average, right? Pretty amazing numbers from just testing a few products. So who wants to do this now? Let me ask you guys, who wants to do this now? Who thinks that they could do this? Who's ready to do this? Who's excited? Who wants to get this done in the next 30 days? No more waiting around, no more fidgeting around with other business models or whatever else. Who wants to get this done in the next 30 days? You guys have 2 choices. The first one is this. You can do this on your own. You can go learn Facebook ads. You can learn all the nitty-gritty stuff. You can spend your next year learning and testing everything that I've learned and failed at and tested over the last 2.5 years. You can go do that and spend the next 2.5 years learning and testing. You can spend your year making the same amount of money that you made last year, right? Not doing really anything, learning on your own, failing, trying this, or you can get it right in the next 30 days by being coached and directed by someone who's successfully done it over and over with 7 figures of results. Guys, skip the massive cash loss, skip the wasted time. Option number 2 is the one you want to go with, right? Give me a 2 if you want it in the next 30 days. Give me a 2 if you guys want this in the next 30 days. If you want to skip all the wasted time, get right to it, start scaling up your business and making net profit, spendable profit that can change your life. Awesome. Tons of 2s coming in. You guys are excited. Let me introduce you to straight up e-commerce, guys. No fluff, just results. Your first winning product and first profit in the next 30 days. No learning curve. I will show you exactly how to do the entire process. Everything I've showed you on this call, think about how much more I can show you if I had all the time to show it to you. I went pretty detailed on everything that I showed you. If you take what I just showed you in this call, you can make thousands and thousands of dollars net profit. If you listened closely and you paid attention, take what I just showed you, you can turn this into an awesome business. But imagine what you can learn if I can hold your hand and show you exactly how to do this and show you how to grow your business and get extremely profitable in the next 30 days. And if you've already got an existing business, you'll be able to 2x your business in the next 30 days. Just scale up what's already working in your business by following the system that I'm going to lay out for you. Again, guys, this is one store right here, almost $3 million in the last 2.5 years from this one store. So this stuff works. It works very, very well. And I showed you a bunch of my net profit screenshots as well. This doesn't just work and get me 10% margins. This works and gets me 30, 40, 50% margins that I can really feel good about, and some healthy margins and net profit dollars in my pocket that I can spend for my family. So what is this, guys? It's 6 modules of training. Okay, I'm going to show you how to start a stupidly simple e-commerce business that's profitable right away. Show you the keys to scaling up your business quickly. It's going to be 6 modules of handheld, every detailed covered training. I go on a deep dive and show you guys exactly what I'm doing in every single area of this business. Step by step, how to find profitable products, sell them to a buying audience, and scale them up to $1,000 a day net and beyond fast. So let's break down exactly what we're going to cover in this course. Module 1. I'm going to show you how to build your store, set everything up properly, and keep it simple. You don't need to overcomplicate this process. It's a lot easier than people make it, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Module 2, finding winners and running your initial traffic. So we're going to take a deep look at how do we find these markets, what markets are most profitable, what are the types of e-commerce stores that you can start with right away, how to start running your initial traffic, how to find test winners, what to look for, all the different angles you want to think about when you're getting test products up and running. Module 3 is all about scaling up your profitable ads, how to really ramp it up. I'll show you how to ramp it up extremely quickly and keep as much profit in your pocket as possible. Module 4, in-depth Facebook ad training tactics to keep things running long term. Now, that is very, very important. Keep things running long term. With this business, I'm not just looking to have a product that makes money for me for 2 or 3 days and then move on and have to find something else and then move on and have to find something else. I want stuff that can run for years, right? Products in my stores run for years because of the way that I go out and find them. I'm going to show you in Module 4 how to keep things running long term in your business. And then Module 5, managing your back-end supplier relationships, customer support, and inventory. This is hugely important as you start to scale your business. You want to find suppliers that are reliable, that are trustworthy. You want to build relationships with them. You want to be able to make sure that they can supply the inventory that you're selling, because when you start cranking it and selling thousands of items a week, you're going to need somebody who can fulfill those items, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to manage that whole process. Module 6, this is probably my favorite module, automating the entire process with a team that handles everything for you, right? This is the key for me being able to work as little as I do, just 2 hours a day, spend time with my family, do all those things, right? This is the key right here. Again, module 1, setting up your store. Module 2, finding winners, running your initial traffic. Okay, how to set up products for $5 a day, how to spot a loser fast so you don't lose money, spotting winners easily, add objectives to use when testing, how to set up your test Facebook campaigns properly for maximum results. Module 3, duplicate and scale winning ads the right way, increase your ad spend quickly without losing your shirt. How to set your budgets, what ad metrics to look for, how to manage atrophy and all those things, tracking your sales and ROI properly so you know when to scale hard. That is so important, to track your ROI, track your sales. I'll show you how to do it and maintain profitability. Module 4, again, we're going to talk about using LLAs, what ad creatives to use, what ad copy techniques for maximum click-through rates, how to angle your products properly and hit multiple niches. That one's huge right there. So you can take one product and hit tons of different markets because of the way that you angle them on Facebook, right? We're going to go over retargeting, which is super profitable. We're going to go over relaunching and scaling dead products. That one's huge right there as well. Again, my products don't die out because of the way that I relaunch and scale what a lot of people consider a dead product and get it moving again to sell thousands and thousands of more units. Module 5, how to find the best suppliers, leveraging supplier relationships for better pricing, custom packaging, custom product design, better fulfillment options. Once you start a relationship with a supplier and start making them money, they'll bend over backwards to help you out. I'm going to show you guys how to leverage those relationships properly to get them working on your behalf. We're going to talk about how to properly manage your customer support to lower refunds, cut down on disputes and chargebacks, and then again, inventory management when scaling, which is super important when you're selling thousands of units. And then again, my favorite module, automating the process. This is all about building your team, how to train them properly, how to hand off tasks quickly so that you can spend your time growing the business, automating every process so you don't have to touch it, right? If you don't want to do it, I'll show you how to automate it so you don't have to touch that anymore. We're going to talk about incentivizing, bonusing, and encouraging your employees to keep them happy, keep the business running along smoothly, and keeping everybody excited about growth. All right, this is more done in 30 days than in 10 years. Again, there's the 6 modules. I'm going to show you how to get more done in 30 days than 10 years of marketing knowledge and digging around the internet for information, right? And some bonuses, guys. Some freebies. You're going to get my ad copy templates, my ROI tracking sheet, my abandoned cart sequences, right? This is all crazy profitable stuff. The ad copy templates get me huge click-through rates. My ROI tracking helps me stay profitable. My abandoned cart sequences converts at about 15% on the back end to recover lost sales of people who abandon cart. That's a huge number, and you guys are going to get all of that as well. So you're going to be able to throw up ads right away with no guesswork, get in profit fast, track your ROI, scale up your back end with email marketing, recover lost sales, and a whole lot more in this course. So guys, get rid of the other training that overcomplicates the process, right? You don't need all that stuff. You're also going to receive my custom email scripts when a customer makes a purchase. This cuts down on refunds and confusion by making a few things clear, right? So it's important that in your order confirmation and your notification emails and stuff, there's a couple of little hacks that I use that really cuts down on refunds, and I'm going to give those to you guys, right? My back end, you're also going to get my back end email follow-up sequences to get even more profit out of every customer. I'm getting, over 10% of my revenue coming from email, and that's free marketing. And you're going to get the exact same email templates that I use. You can use them in your business. You're also going to get access to my exclusive mastermind Facebook group, guys. This is where we're going to all go in together and learn and grow, and I'll be in there every day to walk you guys through and help you answer questions, help you scale your stores up, show you exactly what you need to be doing to scale your business. To sum it up, all right, so we got 6 modules of coaching and training in the course. That's a $3,000 value easily. You're going to get access to my ad copy templates, my ROI tracking sheet, my abandoned cart sequences. That's easily up to a $1,500 value. You're going to get my custom email purchase notification templates, my back-end email automations. That's well over $1,200 worth of value. You're going to get access to my exclusive Q&A Facebook mastermind group. That's $1,000 worth of value, guys. The real world value of this, unless I have to put a number on it, but it's way more than $6,700. But you guys are going to get access to all of this stuff. Hey, you do the math. Real world value, $6,700, right? The standard price, right? It's easily worth that much, right? $3,000 for the training, $1,500 for all my templates and ROI tracking, my back-end emails, right? And typically, I charge $1,997 for this training, okay? $6,700 of real world value. I usually only charge $1,997 for it. Guys, I'm going to give you a special webinar price. So again, you get all of this, 6 modules of coaching and training in the course, $3,000 of value, access to my ad copy templates, ROI tracking, abandoned cart sequences, $1,500 worth of value, my custom email purchase notifications, back-end email automations, $1,200 worth of value, exclusive Q&A Facebook mastermind access, another $1,000 worth of value for one payment of $297. So way less than the standard price for this. And I'm also going to give you an action-based guarantee. So if you take the course and you put it in action for 1 week and do not see any sales and are not satisfied, we will give you a full refund, no questions asked, okay? The only thing I ask is that you actually take the course and put it in action, okay? You have to put it in action to see results, okay? If you're not going to put it in action, you're not going to see any results. If you put it in action and you're dissatisfied, we'll give you a full refund. The only way to lose is not jumping on this investment. Again, here's results from one of my students, Brandon. He did $32,000 in his first month and a half, so he got up to 6 to 8K net profit in his first month doing this, right? And another bonus, guys, the first 10 people who jump on this, you're going to get $400 worth of bonuses from me. You're going to get a store critique by me. I will critique your store myself, show you how to get it, everything set up properly for maximum conversions. And I'm also going to help you find your first winning product. I'll hold your hand. I'll help you through the process. This is only for the first 10 people. All right, so let's break down. What are you going to pay on your own? If you guys were to just try to get into this, do this on your own, and try and figure it out all by yourself, right? So ad spend to find your first winner, probably $500 minimum of just kicking tires and messing around. Then paying for the wrong plan and too many apps on Shopify, probably $300 minimum. Scaling the wrong way, probably $500 easily because you're going to blow through budget and all those things. Finding the right suppliers, you're going to lose money or, to have chargebacks, refunds because things don't get shipped out properly. There's another $150 gone. And then building your team, $200, learning it, finding people who aren't qualified, all those things. So it's going to cost you at least $650 if you don't have any guidance and just to make an attempt at this business on your own. Okay, can you actually do this in 30 days, right? Can you test 5 products a day at $5 each? Yes, okay, pretty simple. Can you make your first sale in 3 days or less? Yes, you can easily do that. Can you have your first $100 day in a week or less? Yes, you absolutely can. And can you make a minimum of 30% net profit? Yes, I showed you guys all the things that I've done in my business with this exact same process. Can you scale up to $5,000 a month net profit? Yes, you can, right? I'm doing, $12,000, $15,000 to $40,000 net profit using this exact same process. And can this pay for itself, right? Can you test $5 products a day at $5? Yes. Even with a horrible conversion rate, you'll have your first winner in 3 days, okay? You take that one winner and you scale it to $1,000 a month net profit minimum, okay? Just from testing 5 products at $5 each, you're out, $25 right there, whatever it is. So this pays for itself easily. The only way to lose here is not hopping in. So guys, one payment of $297, go to straightupecommerce.com. Again, the first 10 buyers get $400 in bonuses, a store critique from me, and help finding your first winner. Let me go ahead and drop the link in the chat box. Let's see. Drop the link here for you guys. So go to straightupecommerce.com. Again, first 10 buyers get $400 in bonuses from me, the store critique, and help finding your first winner, straightupecommerce.com. All right, let me break down the sales page, the checkout page for you, okay? Let's do that really quickly here. Show you exactly what the process looks like, okay? Here's the sales page, little video for me showing you inside the members area to give you a little peek inside everything that's in there. Go ahead and click here to purchase. It lists everything included inside of the course, everything we just went over. Some more testimonials for you, action-based guarantee, okay? Click the Buy Now button. Once you do that, it's going to take you over to the checkout page. Very simple, straightforward checkout page. Just put your information in. You can pay with PayPal or a credit card, and you can choose your payment options here. And then you fill everything out, agree to the terms and service, and click Buy Now. So very, very simple checkout process. Okay, that's the page you're going to go once you go to Straight Up E-commerce, or click the link inside the chat box there that I just dropped for you guys. Okay, will this work for me? Let's go over some frequently asked questions here, and I'll show you guys. Will this work for me? Right? If you're a beginner and you have no business, if you have no experience, if you've never run Facebook ads, yes, this is absolutely going to work. I'm going to show you how to do this from start to finish. Make it very, very simple on you guys. So if you want consistency, more freedom, a way to grow at a positive ROI, this is for you. Guys, join now at straightupecommerce.com. Excited to have you in here. Excited to get you guys going. How many gurus and other marketers do you see jumping into e-commerce right now, right? Put a 1 in the chat box if you see everybody's jumping into this. Why is that? Because this works, right? No one would be jumping into this market if it wasn't profitable. The only reason everybody's jumping in this space right now is because it works. And I want to show you how to do it the right way. Okay? All right. About the course. These are some frequently asked questions. How much time a week does this take? Is this going to take me 80 hours a week? Absolutely not. I work 2 hours a day. I could work way less than that because I've automated my business, but I like to stay engaged. I like to stay involved. So this really, you can make this whatever you want it to be. You can work as much or as little as you want and grow and scale as much as you want. So can I do this at my own pace? Absolutely you can. If you want to take 2 weeks to get everything set up and running, you can do that. If you want to do this in 3 days and crank it out and get moving, if you want to do this in 24 hours and get moving, you can absolutely do that as well. How long is your access? This is lifetime access for you. So once you purchase for the $697, you get lifetime access to Straight Up E-commerce and all the updates and everything else that I release for the course. You're going to get access to it. Yes, you get updates, you get all that good stuff once you get inside the course. And guys, we have a 32-day refund guarantee. The only thing you could lose if you buy is a bit of time, right? Getting everything set up, going through the training, going through all that. You're going to, have to do that stuff to implement it. But what you could gain and what's in plain sight is a lifelong business and growth for you and your family. What you could lose if you don't buy, right? You're going to lose out on the one-time webinar price. I'm going to up this price to $997 here shortly. You're going to lose out on the one-time webinar price of $697. You're also going to lose a year of your time and money just trying this out. You're also going to lose a year at the 2x revenue of your current business, right? You're going to be able to 2x your current business if you got something going, but you're going to lose out on that as well by not jumping on this opportunity. And you're going to lose out on having a business in 30 days versus 2 years and literally $1,200 spent just trying this system out. So again, one payment of $297, go to straightupecommerce.com. Again, the first 10 buyers, and it looks like several of those spots are gone already. We have about 3 spots left. Okay, so if you want this $400 of bonus store critique by me and help finding your first winner, make sure you jump in before those spots are gone. All right, so what questions does everybody have? Let's do a few minutes of Q&A here. I know you guys probably have some questions, so let's get right into it. Let's see, lots of stuff coming in the chat box here. Shauna says, how much do I have to spend to get profitable? So we kind of went over this a little bit already, but essentially we start out all of our test products with $5 budgets, and typically they usually make a sale within their first or second day is what I have found when it's a winning product. I let it run for 3 days to vet it out and see if it's going to be a winner or not. So I put $15 into each test product to see if it's going to be a winning product for me. So essentially that means within the first 3 days, if it makes one sale, I keep it running, because one sale on $15, I'm essentially breaking even or making $1 or $2 or a few dollars in terms of margin. So I'll leave it running if I make one sale on 3 days worth of $5 budget, right? So hopefully that answers your question. So it's basically, depends on how quickly you want to scale in terms of how much you want to spend to get profitable. If you want to launch 5 products or 10 products, that means you're going to be spending about $50 a day at 10 products, $5 budgets each. So if you can afford that, go for it. You'll find a really good winner a lot quicker, and you'll be able to scale up a lot faster. So, I would say to get profitable and start making some real money, maybe $100 to get into it, or $200 to kind of really test out a couple of products and get that first one. But once you find one, you're going to easily start making $100 net profit in a day or two. So you're going to make that money back super fast. So it's one of those things, you can't be scared to invest the money to make the money back out if you follow the system that I showed you. All right, let's see. Bill says, do you use any other sites besides AliExpress like eBay or Etsy? That's a good question. So I pretty much only use AliExpress. I actually, when I first started this, used eBay quite a bit. They have since shut off the capability to do drop shipping on eBay. They no longer allow you to do that on eBay, so I don't do eBay anymore. And I tested out some stuff on Etsy. The only difference on Etsy is that it's so much more expensive than AliExpress. So yes, it can be done. You can go and create a relationship or build a relationship with a supplier over on Etsy and get things moving that way. But it's typically 4 or 5 times more expensive to source the products off of Etsy than off of AliExpress. So I prefer to just stay with AliExpress. There's plenty of inventory on there, tons and tons of different winning products, lots of stuff that hasn't even been touched. So I stick with AliExpress, lots of room there for everybody. Let's see, Tyler says, are you able to find consistent winning products? Yes, definitely. So, as I kind of mentioned earlier, there's millions and millions and millions of products in tons of different markets on AliExpress. You're not going to have any problem finding new winning products. And the cool thing is these manufacturers are constantly coming out with new stuff, right? So they're up on the latest trends. Anything that you're seeing here technology-wise or whatever it may be that's, trending in the United States, like virtual reality glasses or something like that, they're on top of that stuff as well. So they're always coming out with new products, all these different suppliers and manufacturers. So you're never going to run out of inventory to promote stuff, never going to run out of winning products to be able to find. Let's see. Don says, will Facebook shut this down soon? Now, this is kind of a big question. Will Facebook shut this down soon? I've heard people whispering about this and saying, oh, this is going to end soon or whatever. The truth is, if you do this the way that I'm showing you and you avoid copyright infringement, you make sure and take care of your customers on the back end, answer their questions promptly, you get your shipping times prompt, you're not doing there's a couple options on AliExpress where the shipping option is like 60 days. It saves you $2 every order. And there are guys out there who are shipping all their stuff via that way, right? So it's taking forever for customers to get their stuff. They're not answering their back-end email questions, and then they report you to Facebook because they're upset, right? If you're staying compliant, you're taking care of your customers, you're making sure that you're doing the business right, you're not going to have any problems with this. As I mentioned, there's lots of room for growth here. Retail giants, JCPenney, Sears, all these companies are closing down, right? They're closing all of their physical locations because everything's moving online. So we're going to have at least another 10 years of being able to run this stuff and make tons of cash with these products, but you have to do it smart. You can't take the hack, you can't take, shortcuts, you can't do all this stuff that I see a lot of people pitching on the market, right? You have to do it right. I'm showing you guys how to do this the right way, how to take the extra time to really make sure that you're doing this properly in the eyes of Facebook, in the eyes of your customers, in the eyes of what you're doing and what you're running, so that you stay compliant with your business and you don't get shut down. So to answer that question, can you get shut down? Yes, you can. If you don't do this correctly and you really, are shady about it, which, if you're doing something you shouldn't be, you're not supposed to be doing it, right? But if you're doing it right and you're taking care of your people and you're putting in the extra time to do things the right way, you're not going to have any issues with this at all. All right, let's see. James says, can I do this if I don't have a Facebook ads account? Yes, you can. Basically, I walk you guys through the entire process in the training from start to finish, how to set your ads account up, how to set up all the settings, how to get everything configured, all that stuff. So this is 100% newbie friendly. I show you how to go from start to finish and start making money with this business. Even if you don't have a Facebook ads account or whatever else, if you have a Facebook profile, you already have access to a Facebook ads account. And I show you how to set it up through the business manager so that it's actually a business account, not underneath your personal profile, which is the way that you want to do it. So yes, I show you guys how to do that. Very, very easy process. Kim says, how much time do I have to spend every day? Another good question here. So, we've gone over this a little bit. I talked a lot about how I work 2 hours a day. But in the beginning, you're going to need to put a little bit of time into this. I would say a couple hours each day an hour testing products or finding products on AliExpress and putting the Facebook ads up, and then probably at least another hour or two fulfilling orders, doing all the back-end customer service, checking comments on your Facebook page, all that stuff, right? Very simple stuff, but I've automated it with a team. If you don't have a team in place of people, it's going to take you a little bit of time to get it moving, but as soon as you get, $500 of profit, $1,000 of profit, I would start outsourcing it and cranking it up. Because as a one-man team, you're only going to be able to scale so high. Once you hit, 10, 20, 30 orders a day, you're going to be completely overwhelmed trying to do all this stuff on your own. And so as soon as you start making some good money, find a team. I show you guys exactly how to do that in the training. I show you exactly who you need on your team, what order they come in, where to find them, how to hire them, what to explain to them, how to walk them through the process, all that stuff that you need in order to hire a team that's going to run your business for you in the background. So that is, that's a good question. You're going to need to be spending a little bit of time each day, probably for a week or two, to get this running and get to your first $100 a day net and beyond. But it's well worth it, trust me. So put the time in the beginning and then outsource it to a team, and then you can work as little or as much as you want to by outsourcing to a team the way that I show you in the training. So great question. Let's see, a lot of the similar questions coming in, so I think I've pretty much answered everything. Guys, this is, really, I show you how to do everything in the course. I've basically took, 6 weeks to put this training together, and it lays it all out for you. I really tried hard to answer every question inside the training, really tried to think about it from, a newbie's point of view or someone who's never done drop shipping before, and, take all the last 3 years of knowledge that I have and dump it into this course. So there's a lot of really, finer details that I go over to show you all these different questions that pop up while you're doing this process and while you're building this business. And I go over all this stuff in the course. It's a very in-depth training, and all these questions are going to be answered for you as you go through everything. So yeah, it looks like that's about it for the questions there. So again, guys, one payment of $297. My staff's going to continue to answer questions in the background here, but we're pushing about an hour and a half, so I'm going to let you guys, get back to your day and all those sorts of things. We have 2 spots left for the $400 bonuses, the store critique and the help you finding your first winner from me. So if you want one of those spots, go ahead and click the link now. Go to straightupecommerce.com. I am super excited for those of you that have jumped inside, that are ready to get going, that are ready to grow your business and start generating some awesome net profit in the next 30 days for your family. I'm stoked to have you here. I'm ready to get going, ready to show you guys the ropes and get your businesses scaled up, and just excited for all the training that you're about to go through and really get a deep dive into e-commerce. I'm going to unveil all this stuff, these things that are confusing from other trainings that you've gone through, other things you're hearing on Facebook. We're just going to unveil all that stuff inside the training. I'm going to be totally straight up with you. I'm going to show you exactly what's working for me. I'm going to show you nitty gritty inside one of my actual stores that's been selling great for me. I'm not going to, hide anything. I'm going to uncover all the stones and show you exactly how to make this business work for you guys. So we got 1 spot left for the bonuses on the call. Go ahead and grab it. And I'll leave this up here just for a few minutes. And as you guys are going through the sales process, sales page and stuff, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for being on this training. I am very excited to get going and excited for those of you that decide to jump on board, and just looking forward to crushing it in 2018 with your e-commerce business. So again, this has been Jack Scanlon, and I'm excited to have you guys. Looking forward to getting into everything and getting you moving and making money. So thanks so much.